Hello and welcome to this week's Coffee and Conversation. I'm your host, Coach Dennis from manoflegacy.org. Today I'm going to discuss dating during a pandemic. Lots of men feel they're trapped and that they can't do it. I disagree. Right now it's getting dark outside. Some thunderstorms are getting ready to roll in. It's kind of a beautiful morning right now. Before I dive into this topic, though, I want to ask you if you'd go down and hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified when my weekly videos come out. Also, you'll be notified when the podcasts are released. I've got one coming up with Jeff Allen from Great Men Move Mountains. Going to be a lot of fun. Think you'll find it interesting. So thanks. If you just click that button, I'd appreciate it. And what I'm going to talk about today doesn't matter if you're single or married. If you believe you cannot date during a pandemic, you can't. However, I will say you're wrong. But it requires a little ingenuity, a little effort. I've been dating. In fact, I went on a date last Friday night. She was smart, funny, beautiful, and has a smile that just lights up her face and the room. Okay? And I did that without technically violating social distancing rules during the date. What did I do? I invited her out for ice cream because there's an ice cream shop near me and they have benches. I don't know that they're 6 feet long, but I'm not exactly the most rigid rule follower in the world. And when a beautiful woman says yes to meeting you for ice cream, you go have ice cream. Now, the cool part was the conversation. It was deep, it was varied, it was fun, and I'm here to tell you, you can date during a pandemic. You can meet someone for ice cream and have conversation. You could go on a coffee date and bring your own chairs. There's no benches. The other idea I have is you could get some coffee or meet for coffee and then get the small carts and stroll around a supermarket, because then you could talk to the person. Nobody's going to really even think about that you're on a date, and you can just do your own thing. And that requires a little bit of confidence about having the conversation and not worrying if people understand. There's also taking a walk in a park with a cup of coffee or a soda, whatever works for you. On Saturday, I had a lunch date with my best friend. Wasn't romantic. I haven't seen him since February. I've never gone 2 months without spending time with my best friend or having lunch or seeing him, but with the pandemic, we were locked down. We went to a restaurant that we both love, where we normally go to lunch at a couple times a year, maybe half a dozen times a year, and got takeout. We brought chairs, bought a little bit of beer, with some good beer to go with the barbecue. And we talked for an hour and a half, something like that. I don't know. It was great. It was great to catch up with my friend. We found a spot at the rear of the restaurant where it was shady. A couple people saw us. Nobody said a word. Nor did I really give a damn if they would have said anything. I would have probably been polite about pointing out that they need to be concerned about themselves and not me. But we were sitting 6 feet apart, so there's no reason for anyone to say anything. So I'm here to tell you, you can date during a pandemic. Okay? What do you have to do? You have to take the lead. You got to have a little bit of imagination. Be creative. Because first of all, you need to do this in your dating life anyhow, and that's what a lot of people have gotten away from. Have fun. Do you like coffee? Invite her out for coffee. No one said that you had to sit down inside a Starbucks or the local coffee house. You could go for a walk. You could pick it up. Some people will do the car dates where they're parking side by side. That doesn't thrill me. I want to be walking, have a little bit of motion, or be sitting down, being able to look at that person comfortably in the eyes. If you think you can't date during a pandemic, I think that's kind of like victim mentality. Woe is me, I can't date. I think you can. Have fun. And if you're trapped in a house with your wife, take her on a date. Don't tell her you're taking her out for ice cream. First of all, you can violate social distance with her because you're in the same house, but go do something fun. Go play frisbee golf if the park is open. Go take her out for ice cream. Same thing. Maybe your kids one-on-one, do a little something. Be creative, have fun, own it. And yes, at the end of the date Friday night, I violated social distancing rules and kissed her goodnight. It was a really great kiss. I kind of felt nervous, almost like in high school, because I kind of liked her. Or I wouldn't have been kissing her goodnight. And you know what? She didn't go, oh no, social distancing, I can't. She did not. So guys, I want you to think about how can you be creative and how can you date during a pandemic, and stop being a sheep going, oh, we can't date, we can't do this. Go have some fun and take the initiative and be creative. You got this.